It's Monday, October 10th, and this is Drive Check, a Cardfight Vanguard podcast. All right. Do we have Cole here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm finally here.
Do we have Jack here?
Oh my God! There's both of us here. What the heck is happening?
Simultaneous. Now in simulcast from all three coasts.
Oh my goodness!
Although Cole's not on a coast, unless there's
Central
a lake
Coast.
in Fort Wayne, right?
Central Coast.
Not in Fort Wayne really, but I'm right next to the Great Lakes.
Close enough. All three coasts.
Well, but now we need to get somebody on the Gulf Coast.
Oh, you're right.
Is there
A couple
anybody
weeks
in
ago, I
Texas
would've been
who
there.
plays Vanguard?
I
That's
don't
true.
know. Texas is pretty small. It might be hard to find someone there.
I
Yeah,
know.
I don't really. I think Texas is pretty irrelevant.
Generally, but it would help. I
They're-
mean, well, but there's also Louisiana,
It's like they're their own country.
Arkansas, Alabama, Florida. These are all places that have access to the Gulf Coast. Somebody needs to turn their phone on to mute.
Yeah.
Cool.
The question is, do
Cold.
they may have access to the Gulf Coast, but do they have access to card games? That's the real question.
I believe they do. I believe Vanguard is universal and around the world.
I sure hope so, because it's a great game.
We'll find that person and we will add them to our podcast, and then we will have the entire nation covered, the nation of Vanguard. Then I need
That's
to have
just one
cool
country.
music
Then
that
we got to
plays.
expand.
So who did I record with the last time? I'm so like out
It's
of
me.
Oh, that's right. It was Jack
It's
and
Jack.
Baz. Did you guys enjoy that
Yeah.
interview
Yeah.
that you guys didn't get to
Yeah, I
take part
did.
in?
Yeah, it was
I
really
did.
it was
It
really
was
good.
funny.
Did you learn anything?
I learned that you're a fangirl deep inside of you.
Well, I'm a fanboy. This week.
Fangirling is I think the proper verbiage for your actions.
You can be a fan of any gender. Did you learn anything, Cole?
I learned that Faz plays the same Weiss deck that I do.
That's pretty cool.
Which- Yeah, it is really cool.
So I'm putting
Yeah.
aside all plans to watch Gurren Lagann and Fate Stay whatever to watch
Fate Zero.
Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale is like 40 billion episodes.
Is
It's
it
like
really?
200 and it's like almost 300 now, but
When did it start?
That's
here's the thing. It started in like 2011.
I never
I
even
know, they
heard
took,
of
like,
it
a
before
break.
like a year ago.
Yeah, it got real popular like a couple years ago, but
I tried it. I couldn't get into it.
I like it a lot.
I can never get into those anime that has like over 200 episodes. It's like too much investment of my time.
That's why I read the manga.
Well,
There you go.
I'd be fine. I'd be fine doing that if I didn't have to spend $10 on per volume.
There are ways you could do it.
See,
we don't.
I don't-
Nope. We don't
See, but I
promote those
enjoy-
things.
I enjoy owning physical copies of things, so I couldn't do that.
He wants to
Oh, I
have
do
a
too.
wall of bookshelves full of manga, just like the manga
I
shop.
do. I'll send you a picture of it after this.
So I learned the term hand trap. I've never heard the term hand trap
Really?
before. Faz said it. Yeah, because I think it's more of a Yu-Gi-Oh
Pretty
thing.
sure I've brought it up before, but okay, that's cool.
No, because I would have said, "What do you mean by hand trap?" But
Pretty
now-
sure I have, but we'll just agree
All
to
right,
disagree.
somebody who's listened to every episode, Micah.
Hand trap Kagero. I've definitely said that term before on
Nope.
this podcast.
No, you have not. A hand trap is when your opponent does something and you reveal something from your hand to trap them. That's
Yes.
basically what it comes down
Yes.
I've
All
definitely complained about how stupid the name Hand Trap Kagero is. Will, I don't know how. I hate that so much. If I haven't complained about it, then I should have. Because it's
Well.
annoying.
to. You can complain about it someday later when we do next week's errata and you are brought to task because you have never mentioned it before. Did we get anything wrong last week, Cole?
Just gonna say I didn't win the Fenrir thing. I traded it. Guy pretty much
Oh.
bought out all of my tradable cards, and I just wanted the playmat because I did not win. I won one game the entire day.
So now, question:
Mhm.
Does your store do the draft, or did you just play with your deck?
We used to do draft, but the first time that I started going, they switched to just using your deck. Last week when I went there, because I knew I was playing Grand Blue, and there's a lot of Grand Blue cards in this set that I actually wanted to put in my deck. So I was basically bugging everybody to get their common Grand Blue cards, and I ended up trading an SP Neo Nectar G Guardian for a lot of common Grand Blues because
What?
I know I didn't know that you wanted it. Otherwise, I would have kept it.
That's all
But I
right.
just
Oh,
wanted to finish that deck so I could have some kind of chance.
oh, Daddy,
Turns out I didn't.
what are you doing, buddy?
Well, I did get some Dimension Police strides. They're not very good, but to complete. So
Yeah, and I guess that's fair because when we get to my story, I also gave away an SP that you would have wanted. So we're balanced out there. So
Yeah, we should-
do you, I know you were traveling to Ohio this weekend. You didn't get to play any Vanguard.
no, I took my deck with me, but
You
I didn't
always have to
play.
travel with your deck. What if you were challenged to a Vanguard battle? You
By
have
a
to have your
reverse
deck with
player,
you.
yeah. If there's a reverse player there trying to reverse you, you got to be ready to kick him down and keep him down.
Are you a strong fighter? So what have you been playing lately, Jack?
Well, I spent the past couple of weeks vigorously playtesting for my Dragon Ball Z regional that I ended up not going to. So that was fun. Yeah, I haven't been able to play a lot of Vanguard. I've played a little bit with some friends at the, because like all my friends that I play DBZ with, they all used to play Vanguard. So I've been playing with them a little bit, but like not enough to like get my fill in. Like I miss it.
Well, yeah, of course. You have that need to play.
It's
Mhm.
like it's addicting, man. I just got to get my fix.
Well, maybe we can have a Skype battle later tonight after your classes are done. Although part of my story is I don't have my Link Jokers with me. Talk about a hole in your heart.
Whoa,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Alan and I traded decks so that we could learn each
Whoa.
other's decks.
Whoa!
Okay. So you have Murakumo?
Yes, I have
Murakumo.
Murakumo.
Now, is that the newest? Is that the newest build of Murakumo, or is it?
Oh, I've got Yasue strides through the end of the earth, sir.
That deck looks real fun, but I don't have money, so that's not gonna happen for me.
Yeah, yeah. We were supposed to play last night at Vanguard League at the shop that we usually go to, but what happened was yesterday morning I did an 18-mile run, which was my longest run before the Marine Corps Marathon at the end of the month.
Now, it is at the end of okay. That's what I was going to ask.
And then basically, and I was recording Pokemon podcasts, and it took us about 3. Yes.
What's the Pokemon podcast? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Well,
is that like another?
iTunes.
Is that like? Did someone like hear our podcast and like, oh, Will likes Pokemon, let's start a podcast with him?
Exactly.
Is that what happened?
Exactly.
Okay.
They heard Drive Check and they were like, I want to do the same kind of thing except about Pokemon, and that's where that came from. Anyways, we were recording that for about 3 hours yesterday. So by the time we finished recording, I was absolutely beyond exhausted and just had no ability to drive 45 minutes to go to the card shop and play Vanguard. So we didn't play.
Couldn't Drive Check your way over there?
No. And then Alan also couldn't go because he had some friends that were over. So it worked out all right. Gives me more time to learn the Murakumo cards because I swear that is possibly the most complicated clan I have ever come across. All the skills and abilities are just wow. You have to get a PhD and ninja tactics to be able to understand what's going on with those. They literally have one card where it's like you use the card to pay the cost, but it's basically giving an ability to every other card on the field. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, how can't they all just be Lake Diver? So I have that, and then I had pre-ordered 2 boxes from Island Games, and Alan lives about 10 minutes away from there. So on Thursday night, he was like, "Do you want me to pick up your boxes for you?" And I said, "Well, yes, please, and then you can bring them to work on Friday." So I PayPal'd him $140 for the 2 boxes.
Wait! You're spending $70 on a box?
Yeah,
Why?
supporting the store.
But you could get boxes for like $55, $50 online.
Yes, but that doesn't support the store, and I do need a store to go to in order to play Vanguard League. So I was perfectly fine with doing that.
Yes. Yes.
Throwing my money away because, as we all know, anybody who follows Twitter or anything, I got polls for everybody else in the world, but I did not get any polls for me. That's not 100% true. I did my best poll was an SP Gouache, the Grand Blue,
Gouache.
the Grand Blue Stride. I gave that to Alan,
And that's for me, right? Oh, just kidding.
No, I gave it to Alan because he wants to build Grand Blue. Since we were splitting cards through the boxes that we bought, I gave that to him, and I also gave him all of the Gold Paladins, which he ended up with 3 of the Gold Paladin Stride because he got 1 at the pre-release, 1 in his box, and then one of my boxes had 1. I got 2 of the Royal Paladin Strides. I got all kinds of really great Royal Paladin stuff. Really great Pale Moon stuff. I got the GR for Dark Irregulars. Genesis. Yeah, I didn't get the Stride, but I got the G Guardian, and I got 2 of the new Sentinel, where it's like however many cards you Soul Blast, you draw from the top of your deck to put to the guard circle. Real sweet guard tactic right there. Which is I think it's no cost to do that, or something. I don't know. That's all going to Cole. But for Link Jokers, Link Jokers. No, out of 2 boxes, I pulled 1 G Guardian, 2 Nobelium, and that's about the best I can say. Actually, it was out of 3 boxes since Alan shared all his Link Jokers with me. So hopefully those Royal Paladin Strides will be worth something, and I can trade them for a Flageolet Messiah 1 or 2.
Or you could just build Royal Paladins. Just kidding. No one wants to play that deck.
I know. I'm kind of tempted because I do have a lot of Royal Paladin stuff, and I have a lot of really old. I mean, I have like GBT01 Royal Paladin stuff, but there's just like Royal Paladins has no appeal for me at all.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's where you're going. All right. Do we have any news? Jack, do you have any news about any new deck builds that are storming the scene?
Oh, you should have said storming the seas. That's what I thought you were going to say, and I was like, oh, nice segue, but you didn't. You said scene, not storming the seas.
I spend all my
the reason I say
on boxes, not segues, but go on.
Storming the Seas is this new innovative Grand Blue. It's a grade 1 rush deck, but it's not just a grade 1 rush deck. There's actually some thought put into this deck, unlike some of the other builds that have been floated around. Some dude came up with one in his sleep. I don't know what the heck he was talking about. We'll tweet out a picture of the deck list from the Drive Deck Twitter, because I don't have because it topped the tournament in Japan, so we don't have like a full on list of it. But so yeah, we'll do that.
Yes, the Drive Check podcast will tweet that out. Do not worry.
Okay, and I think that's about it. I don't think there's any. Oh, new set was released, guys.
Well, no,
I don't know if you knew this.
How does it work? Do you know anything about the
I don't
mechanic?
know.
Or
no,
nothing?
I don't. I just know people are freaking out about it.
Wow. All right. So that just is going to require more investigation.
I told you, Will, intensive playtesting for my Dragon Ball Z regional I didn't go to.
I told you no excuses. Now I'm going to have to break out the whip and
You didn't
punish.
tell me no excuses though. So
once again we are late to the game. We're talking about the beautiful GBT08 Absolute Judgment. Absolute sponsored by Absolute Vodka.
This set is an absolute beauty.
It is full of wonderful.
That's my judgment on this set.
Fantastic things.
Get it? My okay.
I ignored your joke.
I'll let myself out.
But once again, it's already came out. It came out on, I guess, Friday, October 7th was the official release. So if you were at the card store at midnight on Thursday night into Friday, you could pick up your boxes, which is what Alan did. I guess Cole and I are the ones who are the most excited for this particular set, just because we both have clans. I mean, I had clan singular, but it looks like it's moving into multiple with representation in this set. And you, Cole, so you said you were looking for Genesis. Who else? Gold Paladins still?
No, I've kind of moved away from Gold Paladins, honestly.
That was my problem too. They're just not like, I love them to death, but they're just not that fun to play.
You guys were so hyped for Gurguit.
Yeah, and then I was, and then I realized I can't afford this and No Seal, and so I built No Seal, and then that deck was. If you're in Vanguard for fun, don't build No Seal because that's not a fun deck to play.
Why?
If you're in it to win it, then you can go ahead and get lit. AF.
Why is No Seal no fun to play?
It's just like, it's so boring. You just sit there and combo off all your cards, and your opponent just sits there. Every time I play it, my friend would like go on their phone and like, oh, are you done yet? No? Okay, I'll just keep testing.
Harsh. It inspires boredom in the opponent.
It does, and that may be fun for you to hurt others and crush their dreams and souls. But
yes, without doubt.
I enjoy having fun.
One of my most enjoyable things to do.
I just want to add, there are 8 clans in this set. That is one of the most amount of clans ever, and not one of them is a clan that I play. Not a single clan is a clan I play. Next set, I'm excited for because I got my shadows.
Out of like 28 clans, yeah.
Well, 28 clans, yeah, but 20 of those clans never get support. It's always the same 8 clans.
Well, kind of.
You got your golds and your royals and your that's it. Those
Gear
are the
Chronicle.
Oh yeah, Gear Chronicle.
How could you forget Gear Chronicle? Hey, there is no Gear Chronicle in this set though.
That is true.
Yeah. And everyone was like, oh yeah, Gear Chronicle's not getting a set. And then they got a full set just for themselves.
A trial deck.
And a trial deck.
So, Cole, you got the playmat with, and I just want to put the Will Anderson approved pronunciation out into the universe, and hopefully people will take it up. Mythical Hell Sky Beast Fenrir.
Whoa!
Not
you don't like Hellski?
This is a PG podcast. Will, why are you saying that word?
No,
Helsinki, Jack.
It's a Hell Sky. What is his flavor text to even try to give some sort of
I could find it.
No,
I haven't pulled that
I
card.
have the internet. The beautiful beast has even gained the power to distort the deity's revelations.
Revelation?
Revelation keyword. There you go.
Wow, that actually works with the key.
Ooh, that's sweet.
Why have you been looking for mythical Hell Sky Beast Fenrir?
Because I want to play that Revelation deck. It looks super sweet. And
that the combo deck, the infinite loop deck.
Yeah, although I got them.
It does look fun. It looks more fun than Angel Feather loops.
It does, because I feel like...
Because, like, you got to stall out the game until you get to your bottom few cards, and then you got... It's like in there's like certain decks, and I'm gonna bring in another card game because I can. In Hearthstone, there was this one deck where you would you stall out till you have like you always stall out the game until you have your combo, and then you play your combo, and your combo deals like 45-50 damage, and you just destroy your opponent's face in one turn. Those decks are always super fun.
Yeah, like Lightsworn in Lightsworn in
Well, we don't
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh's dead. You don't talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
They got some cool ideas coming, but yes. Yeah, and I like the idea. And honestly, it depends on how you can build it. But you can get down to your like last 5 cards in your deck pretty early too. There are ways to minimize your deck as fast as possible.
Well, that sounds exciting. I'm happy for you. Meanwhile, I'll just sit here twiddling my thumbs till next set comes out.
There you
Saving
go.
your money.
So
Saving your money.
here's what our beautiful Hell Sky Beast Fenrir does. Number 1, he changes the revelation keyword, which is, where that flavor text comes from, so that basically every Genesis card that has the revelation keyword changes it so that when they are placed on the rearguard circle, you look at the top 2 cards of your deck and you can soul charge one of them and put the other one back on the top of your deck. There you can just soul charge every time you call something to a rearguard circle. And then he has the other activated ability of Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 3. You can either draw a card or soul charge 1 and give a rearguard plus 3,000, give himself plus 3,000. And he does not require a persona flip, so you can stride mythical Hell Sky Beast Fenrir 4 times if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How many mythical Hell Sky Beasts are you going to run, Cole?
I'm probably just gonna run 2 because it'll be cheaper. Plus,
that's my boy. That's what I like to hear.
that, and then there's the
Falling on a budget.
The Van Regard guy that you're gonna run 4 of anyway because he is a persona flip. And he lets you check, I think, the top 5 cards and arrange them in the order that you want.
Yeah, that's a good card.
Yeah.
He's played in like every Genesis build.
Yep. And then there's the Doom Brace, right? What does he do? I know that he's a pretty staple card. I just can't remember what he does. I have it.
Is he in this set?
No, he's in
Oh, he was in the original set the Genesis were in.
The very first Genesis set?
Yeah.
No,
one could say the Genesis of the Genesis clan.
He's a stride though. So he couldn't have been.
No, he can't be.
the first G set, not Gen. Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah, whenever Fenrir was released, that's what I was thinking of.
I think it was 03, GBT 03.
Sure, we'll go with that. Good job. Yeah. You know your stuff, man.
I know my numbers.
and we've talked about Genesis before on this program, so let's move on to our Dark Irregulars and the one GR that I pulled, which is the one steeped in sin, Shahrat. That is, why did they have to make these things so hard to pronounce?
I think they were trying to be clever.
So this guy makes me think of the Genesis Dragons because for a single you have to have soul charged once during your turn, but for a single counterblast you can put all of your rear guards into your soul. He gets plus 10,000 on the attack, and if you've got more than 10 cards in your soul, and if you're playing Dark Irregulars, why wouldn't you? You retire all of your opponent's rear guards. All of them.
Well, just a breaking news because I'm ignorant and I haven't looked at the set. Did you know that there's a SP reprint of Alter Ego Messiah?
An SP reprint? Yes.
In the SP packs.
It looks so beautiful.
Although it's not an SP reprint, it's just a reprint of the original SP.
The art looks different.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah,
wow.
Look at this card is like That's like the most beautiful card I've ever seen. Sorry, continue with your. Like, there's a reason it's a $50 SP.
I don't care
Anyways,
about SPs.
continue.
Not important to me. And then
Okay.
also,
Oh, sorry.
as part of the battle, they cannot call any Sentinel cards to guard with. So,
But that's if you have 15 or more. You get that
Yeah.
in addition to.
but why wouldn't a Dark Irregular have 15 cards in their soul? That's what they do. They like to hang
Yeah.
out in
That's
the
what
soul.
bad
It's just
Dark
a
Irregular
second step. So if you had to Soul Blast for some reason, or you just couldn't get the numbers, and you don't get that 15 or more ability, but you do get that 10.
All right, and that's
So-
all we need to say about Dark Irregulars. Come on,
Yeah.
nobody cares about them. What
Hey-
we
hey,
do
Will,
care about,
you,
yes, sir.
You want to send that one along with me? With the Genesis?
I guess you do care about Dark Irregulars. I think
do.
we can work out a trade, sir.
All right. We'll talk later.
So who says, when wielded by a righteous person, the brilliance of its own light will cut through a myriad of obstacles?
Is that
That
Blazing
sounds like-
Sword Feedes?
That's Blazing Sword Fides, which I pulled 2 of in my 2 boxes of Absolute Judgment, and absolutely have no use for this dude at all. So if anybody wants to work out an interesting trade because you're still playing Royal Paladins, please feel free to get in contact. So he's got a wall of text.
Which
Yeah.
we're not going to get into, right? Because the card's not good.
Is it not?
There's a reason it's only a $2 triple rare.
Wow. You get to retire one of your opponent's rear guards and give 2 of your guys plus 5,000. Yeah. Not that exciting. He gets to be brave. Oh, and it's GB3 as well. Wow. Too expensive. Wait,
Yep.
no. Can we just talk it up as like the most awesome card in the entire
Okay,
set?
this
Just
card
somebody to make a
right
good
now-
trade for me.
If you are playing Royal Paladins, you need 6 of these cards. You can only play 4 of them, but you need 6 of them because that's how good it is.
They're going to
His
get
art's
worn
real
out
cool,
in your
though.
hands.
His art
Cool.
kind of reminds me of the token Rambu.
Because you gotta put your best cards at the front of your trade binder, so that's what the other 2 copies are for.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, definitely.
Golden Dragon, Glorious Reigning Dragon. So this is the one where Alan ended up with 3 of them.
Lucky dog.
Well, and he's the better version of Spearcross Dragon.
Yep.
So
Oh,
what is essentially what does he
Yeah.
do?
Spearcross Dragon is now a card that you will never need to play, which is good because Spearcross Dragon was I think like a $30 card. And
Before
because
it,
it was like a $2 card, and then it shot up to like 30, and now it's back to like $6 because you don't need them because they're bad compared to.
compared to this guy, yeah, they're bad. They don't give as many pluses as this card. So you it has the Unite ability, counterblast 1 and choose it face down, or persona flip it. And choose 2 of your rear guards and put them into the bottom of your deck in any order. When it attacks, pay the cost. If you do, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck, search for up to 1 of the same number of cards from among them as the number of face-up cards in your G-zone. Call them to separate rear guard circles, shuffle your deck, and if you call 3 more cards, countercharge 1 and soul charge 1.
So
Yep.
you kind of
So-
want to play it as a later stride.
Yes, but it's counterblast 1, while Spearcross was a counterblast. It's a counterblast 1, and you can potentially unflip that 1 counterblast. And also, Spearcross was a counterblast 3.
Wow, too much.
Well, this one does have the requirement of being Unite, so you do have to call to Unite. But the Gold Paladin Unite deck doesn't have problems doing that anyways. So this card's just better in like every way.
All right, Earther. Cole, why do we care about
What's-
Earther?
What's the full name of the card?
Prehistoric Regalia Earther. So it's
Well, if
Regalia
you're-
support, which I thought
Oh,
was
yeah.
just
Just
not
Earth.
going to happen anymore.
It's just Earth.
Is it Earth or Earther with an R at the
It's
end?
Earth.
Are you looking at the card art or are you looking at something else?
I'm looking at
Oh.
the card art.
Yeah, the card art is Earth. The Japanese name, or translated, was Earther, with an R at the end.
It's just Earth.
It's just Earth. You
I
are
saved you.
TH.
Now we don't have to errata you next week.
Maybe I want to be errated. All
I'm
right.
sorry. Cut that out.
If you're playing Regalia, play this. Basically.
That's okay. I can't argue with that because I don't know what Regalia does. Next
Well,
card.
What Earth does is anything with Regalia in its name that's in your drop zone, you put in your soul.
Okay,
So you basically power up.
So do play this card.
And then you Soul Blast 6, get 10,000 power
plus 10,000
and 1 crit.
plus 1 crit. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. So definitely support for those Regalia decks. Nice. All right. Genesis is getting way too much support. So we all know my good buddy Flagellate Messiah, which I did not pull.
No, but he's only $10, $11, so you should be good there.
The last time I looked, he was 15, so I should be able to afford him.
Well, that always happens when a set first comes out, and then they always drop down infinitely.
All right, so you unlock 2 locked cards, and then if you unlock at least 1, you can choose any number of locked cards, and they become Omega locked. So you basically unlock as many cards as you want from your own field. You Omega lock your opponent's field, and then if you unlocked at least 3, you get that critical +1 that the Messiahs love to give you. It's just so wonderful. I want it.
And how many of those are you planning to play?
4.
Okay. So that's your G zone is going to be
No,
thick.
I'm getting thick. I am getting rid of Nebula Dragon, Big Crunch Dragon.
Are you sure that's the right play?
I don't know anything about anything, so no, I don't know anything.
Right, well,
do you know
I'll
anything
look into
about
that.
Glanzend Vampire, Cole?
Nope.
I want to
How are you
pick out
gonna
a
play
card.
Dark
I want to pick
Irregulars?
out a card.
Jack, do you know anything about Glanzend Vampire? Because this is the only grade 3 up in the grade 4 area of the set.
No, let me pick out a card. I don't want to talk about that card.
Okay.
I get to pick out.
I get to pick. I'm gonna pick one out.
Oh shoot! It's not bad. Not bad.
Do I want to pick a good card or a bad card?
You can pick any
bad
card
card
you want. I do want to mention that I pulled 2 Carnivorous Megatrick Prana strides from the Pale Moons. So if anybody's looking for that fantastic stride that you must have if you're playing Pale Moon,
all right.
get in contact.
I pick Vivid Sacred Staff and Dragius. This is the Royal Paladin.
I pulled one of those too. Yep.
Yeah. Ready for this?
G-Guardian.
G-Guard. Discard a heal to guard. If the number of your grade 2 rear guards is 2 or more, this unit gets plus 10,000 power.
What?
No, because your opponent will just attack your grade 2s, and then it doesn't do it. So this card is awful.
Well, only if they attack them first.
Which
if they're attacking.
Which you should do anyways.
A lot of people I know don't.
Yeah, I don't really attack rear guards
Unless
that much.
Well, maybe there's a reason you're losing so much, Will.
Wow, harsh.
I'm kidding. I love you. But you do generally want to attack the rear guards because then they have to commit more resources from their hand to the field to get more attacks in.
All I think I know is that you don't know what love is. Cole.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Wow.
Don't hurt me.
What did you think was happening there?
So, Cole, I gave away a Gouache. Tempest Crawling Pirate King Gouache SP. An SP Gouache. I gave it to somebody else.
It really hurts, Will. It really hurts.
Well, someday we'll open boxes together and you'll get all my SPs.
Okay. I don't even care if it was an SP, honestly. It's just that card in particular. So, it's kind of expensive. Counter +1, Soul +1, and choose a Persona flip. When it's called or placed on the Vanguard Circle, pay the cost. If you do, choose up to 5 cards from your soul, put them into your drop zone. Choose the same number of cards from your drop zone as the number of cards put into your drop zone. With this effect, call them 2 separate Vanguard Circles, and those units get power 1,000 for each basic card in your G zone until end of turn. So it's a really good late stride. Grand Blue, jeez.
Yeah,
Your
and it's
Grand Blue.
basically what it translates as is any time that you want during your turn, you can just completely refresh all of your rear guards from your drop zone.
Only when you stride on it.
Well, yeah, but during the turn that he's striding.
Yeah, but for most of, unless if somehow,
when it's
Yeah.
placed on the Vanguard circle. Wow.
Exactly, and if you're doing a hollow deck, at the end of the turn, most of your cards aren't even going to be there. So plus with my Night Rose, I'm struggling, at least right now, with keeping and building that soul. So it might be.
Oh, no, I get it. So what it is you Soul Blast in order to populate your rearguard circles because your rearguard circles are going to be empty from having been hollowed out
Correct.
at the end of your previous turn.
Correct. And then they get power for each face-up card in your G zone.
Yeah. So nice.
But, yeah, it's a really good card, especially for Grand Blue. But you just need to build up that soul in order for you to get rid of the 5 in it, which is a little scary for me personally. So I'd probably throw like maybe 2 in there, mess around with it. But it might be better for 7 Cs, which I'm not sure.
We're watching Jack's time here, so. Flower Princess of Balmy Breeze. Is this one that I'm going to need if I'm building Neonectars? GB2. Well, already not a fan of her. She requires a persona flip. Choose up one of your units, and if that unit has the bloom ability, I don't have anything with the bloom ability. Draw a card.
There's your first problem.
Choose up to 6 of your units with the same card name as the unit chosen with this effect, and until end of turn. Ugh, it sounds like so Neonectar. They get auto. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, draw a card. So it's just all about drawing cards and getting hand advantage. If you have 3 or more units with the Bloom ability, this unit gets crit +1. Well, that I like. So you get to draw a bunch of cards, and you get that hand advantage, and you get an extra crit. Well, I didn't pull any Ilmatars.
So. What is a Bioroid for the race?
It's like half robot, half biological.
Yeah, it's biotech. So yeah. you know a lot of the Link Jokers are cyberoids.
I know that now. Oh yeah. Lady Attacker, Vacuum Collapse. I see that cyberoid.
And so a lot of the Neonectars are bioroids.
Interesting.
All right. Was there anything in Weekly Bites that was of importance?
Last time I checked, it hadn't been updated into English.
The one from last week is.
Yeah.
I don't believe anything. They've had so much news going on. I don't believe anything's been announced, though.
Well, they had the Tri-3 Fight Winner deck list. So one was a Grand Blue, one is a Link Joker, and one is Royal Paladins. Ugh. I have somebody playing Royal Paladins.
I do have something. The new episode, 2 of the new episodes for Vanguard G Next are now on the YouTube channel. I haven't gotten a chance to watch them, but
are they in English now? No.
No.
If you watch the sub, then they're up there, and you get to see.
If you're watching dub, stuff went down.
Shadow Paladin cards.
Oh yeah.
We have a term of the week this week.
Do we have a term of the week? We've got to come up with something quick.
Let's go with hype. Hype is what happens when someone's like, "Oh, look, this is a good thing," and then everyone is like, "Oh my god, look at this! This is a good thing." That's what hype is.
All right, so I will accept that hype is the term of the week, and I will, what is it called in poker? Raise. I will raise you. One thing that you actually did talk about in a previous podcast episode was how people see like a picture of something and then they start going crazy and saying, "Oh, we've got to raise the price and trade, and I want to collect this clan because this clan's going to be so much better," and blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Do you recall that? I recall that.
Yeah, I do recall that.
So
I don't. Yeah.
In my reading. Well, I was going to say, in my reading of Vanguardians of North America, you can detect a considerable amount of chatter now about people trying to get Nubatama cards and like trading for and buying and looking for just because there's a character in the show who has been announced that will be playing Nubatama.
It's ridiculous. Anyways.
And I'm like, do you realize this is the clan that Bushiroad intentionally stopped printing because they don't even care for it? Oh, man.
Anyways, I was going to more talk about that Grand Blue deck list, but thanks for bringing that up because that's more aggravating.
What were you going to say about the Grand Blue deck list? Get it in 3 minutes. I've got 3 minutes.
Okay, so this person posted it, and they're like, oh, look at this thing. And then it topped in Japan, and now everyone's like, oh, I need to build this deck. And it's like, I don't know. Like, the reason this game gets so stale sometimes is because in Vanguard, people never attempt to innovate and try new decks. Everyone just likes playing. Like, Sanctuary Guard Dragon is still a deck that people try and play because it's a known good deck. Like, innovation is important, and hype kind of stops that innovation. Like, one person will do something, and then everyone runs to that deck and plays it. That's what happened with Sanctuary Guard. That's what happened with No Seal. And now it's going to be this new Grand Blue deck. Like, you could be that person that innovates a new deck if you just think instead of just being a sheep.
You know, a wise man once said to me, you can't stop net decking, Will, and there's nothing wrong with net decking.
I think that was me.
Wise man is singing a different tune.
No, I'm not saying net. I'm saying you can't. I didn't say you can't. I said you can't stop net decking. I didn't say I like net decking.
Well,
anyways,
debatable.
If you want to reach me on Twitter, I'm at drive_Jack.
All right, Jack's got to get out of here, so we're going to close out real quick. Please rate, review, subscribe, follow, comment on iTunes so that we can get our visibility out there. Say thanks to SBJ and Nick Burgess for all of their assistance with getting us going. If you want to write us an email message, we are at drivecheckpodcast@gmail.com. The Twitter account for the podcast is at drive_check. I'm at Wash in the Sink. Cole, you are?
Cole_McCune. I'm not even going to spell it because we're in a time crunch.
There you go.
I'm at drive_Jack again, in case you missed it. Thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of the Drive Check podcast. Leave it to me, sister. I'll make sure to open a path for survival.
What is that from?
Screen of Arbros Isla. It's a new card.
It's a Genesis. Oh, not Genesis, New Nectar. New Nectar.
Alright, well, I gotta go. I'm gonna be late to class.
See you, Jared.
Bye.